Hi everyone, very good morning and good evening to all. Welcome to the session. In our previous session, we have seen how to install IICS in our machine, and you should have installed. Say for an example, yesterday I have installed. Today I'm trying to connect with this particular IICS. So just you can go to this particular same URL. No need to do anything. So just you can connect with whatever the URL we have, right? So you can connect with the username and the password. So you can see here. So this is the first page you'll be getting at. Then go to administrator page. You can go to the administrator page here. So it may take some time. It depends on the. So if you see this, see in my system, both are up and running. Okay, it will take some time. For an example, in your system, if it is not up and running, it will take some 5 to 10 minutes after restarting your machine. If it is not running, go to this particular link inside the secured agent. You can see here the services is up and running, right? Some services I have stopped it. So if you want to start it, you can select the service, you just start it. This way, you can just start it. So it will get some time to start. Okay. So very first time, it may take some times. Yesterday, I have explained all this. It may take some time, then it will get started. If it is not starting, if you are getting error in this process server, just stop it and proceed with your mapping. Okay. Okay. So today's agenda is what is ETL? You know already what is ETL, right? So ETL is nothing but extraction, transformation, and loading. Most of the data related project in the backend, banking, insurance, retail, healthcare, all the projects, they're using ETL process to load the data from transactional database to data warehouse tables and the data lake tables. So for that, they need to have ETL tool. So ETL, we do have a lot of tools. So one of the widely used ETL tool is Informatica Power Center. So Informatica is a company name. They do have different tools. Like as I have already explained, Informatica, we do have IDQ, MDM, and BDM, right? So different tools are there. And Informatica Power Center is one of the on-premises server. The on-premises server means the Informatica server, the Informatica Corporation, they will maintain. Sorry, Informatica, the server, the particular company will maintain it. So that's what Informatica Power Center we will do. But IICS, yes, Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services. So the service, all the services, okay, whatever the service, Informatica related ETL services, so that will be maintained by Informatica Corporation. We are not going to maintain, but in our system, we do have only secured agent. If you go to real-time project, right, the secured agent only will be installed in the real-time environments. That's our company's organization. They will have the secured agent. Okay. I will explain the architecture. You will get clear idea. And IICS architecture we will see. Then how to set up IICS we have seen already, the setup and everything. And first mapping we will do today. Okay. To start with IICS, what is the prerequisite? So as I have explained already, so SQL is the basic. Prerequisite for IICS is SQL and data warehousing concept and data lake concept that we have covered already. So SQL also you are learning side by side. So please continue to send all the exercises. So daily, many students are sending the exercises day 1, day 2, day 3. And yeah, please continue to do that and send me the answers. Okay. So take one day, even if you're taking day 1, if you're taking 2 to 3 days, that's fine. But complete that. Okay. Take day 2 and complete the exercise. Day 3, complete the exercise. That's way you can have complete knowledge in SQL. Then the cloud knowledge. The cloud knowledge means so just simply on what is AWS, what is GCP, so what is Snowflake. Okay, so that level of cloud knowledge you should have. So why? Because if you are going for any project, So based on the cloud, okay. So based on the project, they might be using Azure, they might be using GCP. GCP is nothing but Google Cloud Platform. They'll be using that particular tool for the cloud. That knowledge, at least basic knowledge you should have. So one or two services. For an example, AWS. If you take S3, if you're saying that I have worked on a data lake environment, AWS is our target. So you can say S3, you can say RDS, okay, relational data store. So that also I can explain. And you can go for Redshift. So different, even in AWS, we have the ETL tool called Glue, right? ETL process you can do. So different kind of services are there. Just learn some services to explain this. If you're already completed AWS certification or Azure certification, that is an added advantage here. Okay. Snowflake is very easy, and I will tell you how to create the Snowflake account and how to learn with Snowflake. Okay, so that I will explain it to you. So create the account. So create the connection with IICS, load the data to a Snowflake, and you can make yourself as a Snowflake you have worked on. Okay, so there is no much concept in the Snowflake. So just as a ETL developer, we will load the data into Snowflake. That's it. Okay, that cloud knowledge you should have. But I will tell you those things. Then ETL knowledge. So simply ETL, what is ETL, how they will do the transformation logic, all this you should know, basic idea. Then you have to go for a Unix and Linux knowledge. So why do we need this Unix and Linux? So why? Because server is running on the Unix and Linux machine only, and all the file system you'll be getting in this particular operating system only. So you need to have a Unix and Linux command you have to practice. So that also I have already sent. So please watch that and you can practice those. So ETL concept, you can for IICS, Informatica Power Center is the basic one. Even if you don't know Informatica Power Center, so here just to learn all this IICS concept from the basic, and definitely you can able to answer any questions on Informatica Power Center. Okay. What is IICS? See, IICS is nothing but Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services. So that's the abbreviation for IICS. And most of the data related companies, like those who are handling huge volume of data, and they do have data warehousing environment. The companies, they wants to move from on-premises data warehouse, that is our Teradata, Netezza database, or SQL Server, or Oracle data warehouse. From that to they want to move on to the cloud. So they are moving towards on the cloud to store the data for different kind of data processing. So for if they are moving on the database side on the cloud, and for the ETL side also, they need to move on to the cloud. So why? Because it needs to connect with different cloud system. So Informatica Corporation, so 10 point up to 10.5, they do have. So Informatica as the power center is the on-premises server. So after that, they have come up with a tool called IICS. It's a web-based tool. No need to install anything. Just the company will install the secured agent. Secured agent is responsible for the secured connection between our on-premises data to the cloud data and metadata information. That I will explain. Okay. And you can go with various features, like you can go for CDI, cloud data integration, cloud application integration, and API management. And all this you can do by using the IICS. So that's what the companies are moving towards on the IICS. So it allows business users to integrate data across cloud-based applications on on-premises system and databases. Yes, on-premises and cloud systems and databases also. So that's why we are going with IICS. It provides similar functionality as Power Center. So that's the main thing. Whatever we do have in Power Center, the same concept is available in IICS. But the only thing is the added advantage here it will connect with cloud systems. Okay, cloud connectivity we can have, and so everything you can use via internet. Web-based tool is a web-based tool. So they have released first release in the year of 2017, but last 1 or 2 years only, this is booming up. So definitely next year, next 1 or 2 years, this IICS, every project they will have for the ETL, they will have this IICS. So Informatica, if you go and check the chart, and statistics on the ETL tools. So Informatica is the top one, and IICS, most of the companies, they started using this IICS for the ETL process. So why? Because if they're going for any other ETL tools, right? So ETL tools and as well as ETL, the the code, okay? If they're writing some Spark or something, so definitely it is taking a lot of time to create that particular logic itself. But in IICS, it's very easy. So drag and drop, everything is drag and drop, like similar to Informatica Power Center. So that's what the Informatica Corporation also, they have started with the IICS and working on the cloud. So very rigorously they are working. So they need to release more versions going forward. Okay. So what is that Power Center and cloud? How it differs? See, if you take Power Center is on premises, right? On premises server, and Informatica IICS is cloud server. So what is the difference? If you ask what is on premises server, right? So if you ask this, see, on premises means, so this is our Informatica server. So it will be mounted on Unix server in the real time project. On top of Unix, on top of one repository, we will install Informatica Power Center in real time project. So who will maintain this Informatica Power Center? This Informatica Power Center, the particular company will maintain it. So they will pay for the license. Okay, they will pay for this particular license, how many users and everything. They will pay for it, and then the company will own it. If they are finding any difficulties, they will raise a vendor ticket to the Informatica Corporation, then they will solve it. This is on-premises server. So whatever the data we do have, so it will be maintained on the particular company itself. It will not go out of the company. So one organization, if they have source system is Oracle, yes, they will have Oracle database. Target is Teradata. Yes, they do have Teradata database, a server to store the data. Then Informatica, yes, on-premises they will use. See, all this will be maintained by the particular company itself. That's what it is, an on-premises server. Okay, on-premise server. But here, Informatica Cloud, right? Informatica Cloud. See, the Informatica Cloud, this Informatica Cloud is maintained by Informatica Corporation. Whatever the amount of data, amount of resources you are going to use, for that you have to pay. Okay, so that's what this one. It's a cloud server. So who will maintain this cloud server? Everything maintained by Informatica Corporation. Say for an example, this is what my source. Source is Oracle. Assume that source is Oracle. We need to move the data from this Oracle database to like AWS, Redshift. See, assume that. So what is AWS? AWS on the cloud, right? On the cloud. So who is maintaining? The Amazon, they are maintaining it. And Informatica on the cloud. Say for an example, this is our on-premises data. So this data, so from Oracle or flat files or any data, we have to move the data from here to here by applying some transformation logic here, right? So this is our on-premises data that we are moving to another environments. So AWS, and this is on the cloud. So somebody else is providing. So in that you are going to store the data, your company organizational data. That means security is very, very important. That means you are bringing the data out of the network, right? And cloud also. So what is this cloud? IICS will do all the metadata will be stored in the cloud. So that also will be maintained here. The IICS will not store any organizational data. It will store only metadata. So this is out of network. This is out of network. So in order to control this network, so the connectivity and firewall and everything, you need secured agent. So that is the use of secured agent here. I will explain that architecture, but this is the basic idea. So what is it? See here, Informatica Power Center, you have only 4 client tools. It can connect with most of the RDBMS server. So database server, right? So RDBMS server, we do have 4 client tools. Like we have the repository manager, designer, workflow manager, and monitor. These 4 tools are available. So you should have worked on these 4 tools. So this, but we in IICS cloud, we do not have these 4 tools. So only one tools. So everything is like installed. Okay. The organizational data. So what is the difference between metadata and organizational data? Yeah. So if you see, so this is the question I got. So what is the difference between organizational data and metadata? See, metadata means you are moving the data from Oracle to AWS, right? So when you are moving, so some timing you are doing some scheduling. So how many data are there? Here you have some 1 lakh record that we are having it, and you have moved that record to AWS. So when you have moved some dates, so what is the timing and what is the scheduling frequency and what how many records read from the source? All these are metadata. So that will be stored in the cloud. Okay. So it's a data about ETL. So that will be stored on the IICS server, cloud server. But organizational data means, so you are doing some transactions, right? So if it is a banking, so banking, right? So banking. So what is organizational data? All your transactions are like your organizational data. So the transaction you are doing, this customer did this transaction, this customer did this transaction. So these are all organizational data. So that data, by using IICS, we are moving from here to here based on this metadata information. So all this metadata will be stored in cloud. So now you got it. What is the difference between organizational data and metadata? So metadata means it's a data about all the ETL process. When we have executed, how many users are there? So all these are metadata. So that is what metadata information. I hope you are clear now. And if you see this, Informatica cloud, so it can connect with any databases like Oracle. You can go with MySQL. You can go with Hadoop, NetSuite, right? So like a different data sources, different. See, not only these data sources, it can connect with a lot of other data sources also. SAP, SQL Server, Twitter, Workday, like ServiceMax, even ServiceNow, Salesforce, like Marketo, and different connectivities. We have like 100 connectivities. I will explain that. It can able to connect. So that's a main difference. So here, the Informatica Power Center is running on the Unix and Linux machines, right? And very rarely it will be running on the Windows server, but mostly it will be running on the Unix and Linux server. So who will maintain this Unix and Linux server? Maintained by the organization. But here, the secured agent only will be installed in our machine. In the real-time project, secured agent only will be installed in the real-time project environment. And you just connect to the IICS, you'll be opening it. That's it. Okay. So here need to install Informatica on-premises server, right? So here's spelling mistake. So on-premise server, and the client also you have to install it. So server is one place, and client you have to install it. But here it's a web-based cloud integration. No installation is required ourselves. So if you go to real-time project, there is no installation. Just you need to get access for that particular link, and you need to get the link and then you can access it. So that's what you will go for IACS. So on-premises repository. See, repository means, yeah. So whatever the doubts you have, so please make a note of it. So I will clear your doubt after this. Okay. So please make a note of it. I will explain. Still, if you have questions, I will take it at the last. Okay. Or you can ask me through chat. I will answer. See, here you have the on-premises repository, right? So yes, we will have the RDBMS. You remember in our system, if you are going to install Informatica Power Center, this RDBMS server is maintained by repository, right? So who is maintaining? Our organization will maintain this particular server, repository server, to maintain all the metadata information. But here in IACS, it will be maintained on the cloud, maintained by Informatica. So that's one difference. And here we have to pay for the license for the particular users, and you can use immaterial of usage, so that you can use it. But here, so how much you are using, pay for that. So that's what the concept here. So pay for what the resources we are using it. So that we have to use it. That's a difference between our Informatica on-premises server, that is our Power Center, and Informatica IICS. Okay, so if you take the architecture here, if you see the architecture, I will explain here. So you have the external endpoints. Okay, so what is external endpoints? So this is what you assume that this is what our Oracle or any data sources you have. Okay, so this is what our Oracle or data sources you have. So that's what here mentioned. Local files and databases. Internal endpoints. So I'm just making this internal endpoints on the left hand side. Anywhere you can put. See here. So we do have internal endpoints is nothing but all your source data. So your source data you have. You assume that this is what your RDBMS and source data and flat files. See all the file system, even on the cloud also. That's fine. Okay, cloud source also we can have, right? No issues. We can have. So on the cloud, so anything is fine. So cloud also you can have cloud, you can get the data. So this is what our mostly like you assume that RDBMS local files. So that's what we have. Yes. So from here, I need to move the data to on the cloud. Okay, our endpoint, external endpoint. So that we have to move. So what is external endpoint? So here, so I do have external endpoint, right? So external endpoints. See, external endpoints is the cloud one, right? You have the cloud one. So you might be having a different cloud environments. You do have AWS. You can have, so you can have any other different cloud also. Say for an example, AWS, and you can go for Snowflake, right? So you can go for any other cloud also. Snowflake. You can go for NetSuite. You can go for Workday. You can go for Azure, right? So anything is fine. Azure, GCP. So anything is fine. Even you can go with any RDBMS. That's also fine. Flat file also is fine. You can upload into a drop zone or you can upload into SFTP so that we can do it. So internal endpoints, external endpoints. So this is what. And we have to move the data from here to here, right? So from the source to target, we have to move the data. So from here to here, we have to move the data. So all these informations, we have to take the data from here, right? We have to take the data from here and we have to move the data to the target environments. You assume that we are moving the data from here to here, but all this information will be stored in metadata. So metadata. So that metadata will be, so you can have here or here, no issues. See internal endpoints here we have, right? So you can have this metadata information here. Okay, so outside that is on the cloud, right? See, this is on the cloud, on the cloud. So who is maintaining this cloud? This cloud is maintaining by Informatica Corporation. So Informatica Cloud, Informatica Secured Agent, Informatica Secured Agent on the cloud. So they are having it here on the cloud. Okay. So Informatica Secured Agent. So that we have to install it. So why do we need the Secured Agent? See, Secured Agent only will have all the metadata. It will. So here we are going to have the repository. Okay. Say for an example, you have something like, so this way you can put Informatica Cloud Repository. So you can have something like this. So Informatica Cloud Repository. Okay, so this is what, this is our internal endpoint, right? So here only we are going to have secured agent, not here. So why? Because so here we will have sorry. See, you assume that. So this is our external endpoint. This is our on premises. In on premises only, we will have secured agent. Okay, secured agent will be installed. So on the system, and this secured agent will create a connection. Okay, secured connection. Why? Because this internal endpoints is our organizational data. So that we are moving from here to here, right? So the secured agent will will take a control. Okay, it will take a control, and then it will tell you that, okay, so this is the firewall. Okay, so whatever you are moving the data from this internal endpoints to the external endpoints. Okay, so whatever you are sending, so that needs to be, see here. So if you take, so this is our external endpoint, right? See, this is our internal endpoint. Internal endpoint means our local databases and everything is there. Just we are installing secured agent. So that secured agent is responsible for the secured connection. Okay, so secured connection, the firewall and everything to this external endpoints. So why? Because this is our organizational data. So we have some transactional data. You assume that. So we have some transactional data in the table. So that we are moving from. So from here to here, we are moving from here to here, right? See, this is business data. Business data, we are moving from internal endpoints to external endpoints. Yes, we will move. So that should be moved to the other external endpoints through secured agent. So why? Because this secured agent only will establish the connection, a secured connection from our local environment to our external endpoints. Okay, so this is our business data. We are moving all the business data here, right? So business data, we are moving from local to this one. A secured agent will have. So this will be installed on the on-premises server. Okay. Then all the metadata, where it will be stored? Metadata information will be stored in Informatica Corporation. Okay. So Informatica Cloud. So on the cloud, all this data will be stored. So this is the metadata informations will be stored on the cloud. So this is our business data, and whatever the data is moving from here to here, so that will be maintained in this particular cloud also. This is our metadata information will be stored. Yes. So this metadata information, this is business data, right? So this metadata information be connected. So to this, the secured agent also. The secured agent also will be connected with this one, and it will establish the connection. So our ultimate aim is moving the data from source to target. And this is our on-premises server. This is on the cloud. In order to maintain the secure data transfer, this secured agent will create a firewall here. See here. So this is the firewall, right? So you have the firewall. So whatever we are seeing from here to here, this is business data. So business data we have that will be stored on the HTTPS and the SOAP connection it will make. So this is the firewall from this is our external. Okay. So this is our external. Why? Because this AWS, assume that the AWS or any other systems on the cloud. So that is our external. Informatica Corporation, yes, on the cloud repository on the external. So this is our internal. On the right hand side, we are seeing the internal. So internal means this will be maintained by our on-premises company organization, and Informatica Cloud Security Agent also will be installed. So what is the purpose of Informatica Secured Agent? Secured Agent is responsible for secured connectivity between our internal endpoints to the external endpoints. So it will create all this firewall connections, and see here all the metadata, configuration information, administration data. So everything will be stored in this Informatica cloud. Clear? Any questions here on the server side, on the architecture side? Okay. So I hope you are clear. So how this architecture will be in real time. In real time project, this will be installed on the on-premises server that you have to take. Mostly, if you take development, so if you take dev, QA, okay. So most of the dev QA secured agent will be on the same server, and prod will be on the different server. Okay, so prod secured agent will be having a different one. So you'll be seeing this one in whenever you are logged into the system, the secured agent only. So this is what we will be having our IICS architecture. So what is IICS? So Informatica Intelligent Cloud Services. And can we use AWS Snowflake as source? Yes, we can use, no issues. You can use AWS Snowflake as a source also. Sometimes what we will do, so this is our source and we are moving the data to data lake. So some dependent tables are loaded by the source team, right? So that will be source for us. So we can take the same data from the AWS itself. So on the AWS itself or from the source itself, that's fine. So anywhere from you can take. So if you ask me to summarize, and so we do have on-premises server, that is our local RDBMS and flat file, and our cloud server also. That is what our organizational data we have. So that we are fetching the data and loading the data into external endpoints. That is our cloud databases or any other databases. So in order to do this, all the metadata information will be stored on the Informatica cloud repository, and the secured connection will be established by the secured agent, the Informatica cloud secured agent. So that's what. So business data will be maintained in the, it will be transferred from internal endpoints to external endpoints, and all your metadata information will be stored in the Informatica Corporation. See, remember, business data will not go to Informatica Corporation. So only metadata, they will store it. So your transactional data, so for an example, your company is doing transaction, that information will be stored? No. So that information will be stored on AWS or Snowflake or something else. The Informatica cloud repository will have that repository information that, okay, so when we are moving the data, so when it has been scheduled, what is the connection information, configuration, metadata, all this will be stored here. Okay. And I got one question. If 10 users are using IICS on a project, so 10 people will have the installed secured agent. No, secured agent is only one place only. So you will get login to the particular account. And if you log into the site, you'll be seeing that secured agent on your machine. Okay. It will automatically, it will pop up. So you are on the network, right? It will pop up. So IICS pay as we use. Yes, correct. It's like similar to AWS or Snowflake, like Azure also. It's external endpoints like AWS, Azure, and yeah, AWS, Azure, and all. It's a cloud, right? So pay as the use. Definitely. That's what we are going for, the AWS and Snowflake, Azure, and all the cloud, right? So why we are moving on the cloud? In order to maintain the huge volume of data, in order to maintain the server capability and everything. So it's like a configuration and reconfiguration is very, very easy in AWS, right? So that's where we are moving. I hope you are clear. Yeah, if you have still questions, I will answer at the end. Okay, we'll have question and answers. So IICS is the integration platform as a service. So integration platform. So IICS is the integration platform as a service. Okay. So Informatica Enterprise, this iPaaS. Okay. So iPaaS we will call it as, includes multiple cloud data management products. So that you have cloud data integration, cloud application integration, API management, cloud data quality, MDM also. Nowadays we have MDM. So that also maintained. So that's what we are calling it. IICS is the IPaaS solutions. So here, if you see the connectivity, lot of connectivities are there. So it can connect with AWS, Databricks, GCP, like NetSuite and Azure, MongoDB, Workday, so Tableau, Snowflake, Salesforce, any data sources, it will connect. Okay, so iPaaS means that's what it's a. So this is the one. Okay, integration platform as a service, right? So IICS is nothing but integration platform. It will integrate the data from source to target. Integration platform as a service. They do have a lot of different services. So that's what is iPaaS solutions. Integration platform as a service. Okay. And if you see this, I have given one link here. So you can connect to this particular link. So you can go to this link. If you go to this link, you can find lot of connectors. So you can see here, a lot of connectors are there, right? AWS, all this. See, whatever the connection you want to establish, you want to connect with these connections. Yes. See here, how many connections are there? So one by one, you can see around 100 connectors are there. Even they are adding more connections nowadays. See, so it will around 100 connectors are there. So if you have some time, so just to go through this page, you'll get how many connectors it's there. And IICS is capable to connect with these connectors to read the data. Okay, yes, it can connect with Netisa, Oracle, ClickView, right? So REST API. So definitely it will connect with a lot of data sources. SAP, Salesforce. See here, how many connectors? Even Tableau also it will connect, right? So many connectors are there. So these connectors it will connect. You can have around 100 connectors are there. Just to go through that. So if you want to connect with these sources and read the data, yes, IICS is the best tool to connect with. So IICS setup, yes, we have done it already. So that we will do. And this one I have already explained. And various services are there. So that's a data integration service. We have 4 services. So you should have these 4 services in your system. Data integration, administrator, monitor, and operational insight. So these services. So this is the home page. You can see here the home page and all this. So what we will do. So now we will take one connections. So we will create one connections. So how can I create the connections? So first I will create the connections in IICS. Okay, in IICS, I'm going to create a connection. So here in the secured agent, it will get stored these connections, and it will. So while running, it will be moved to the cloud. All the informations. Okay, so when you are running that, so what is the data it has been moved? How many data it has been moved? All the information will be stored here. So that we will see. See here, I will log into the system. So one more time I will log in. Why? Because sometimes it will get timeout. You can connect with this particular cloud. So you'll be having a different services, and you can go to administrator service first. Administrator service. So in real-time project, administrator services maintained by IICS admin. Okay, they will create all the connections. They will create users. They will create schedules. Okay, schedule means they will create some schedules, and even in the development environment, if you want, you can create. It depends on the project. Some project, the admin team will create a schedule that we can use it. Some project, as a developer, we will have development environment, we will have the schedule, and other environments will not have it. So licenses and metering. Say metering is Informatica admin team only. They can able to see how much resources you are using. So that you can see it here. And users, how many users are there? The user groups, right? So all this you can see in real-time project. The users they will add it, and user groups they will create based on the user groups and roles. The user will be created and assigned. You are going to work on one particular project. The user roles will be created and it will be assigned. Okay. So you'll be having different connections here and the runtime environments. Okay. If you are not able to see any connectors here, you are clicking on the connections. See here, basic connectors will be available here. Okay. If you are clicking on the connectors, you'll be seeing the basic connectors here. But is there any AWS connections? Is there any GCP connections? No, right? But all these connections will be available in the add-on connectors. So you can go to add-on connectors, whatever the connection you want to create. So for an example, I want to establish the connection to AWS, right? So you can search S3 I want to connect. You can add it here. So it will be available for next 30 days. Yes, this connectors, you can use it. Schedules you can create. The Swagger files and bundles all about APIs. Okay, so to the APIs we'll have this. So I will explain this later. But yeah, this is what the one. And what we are going to do. So we are going to have this particular setup. So first I will do a table to table load. Okay, that's similar to Informatica Power Center. We are going to do table to table load. So data we are going to take from the Oracle database to Oracle database. So that I'm going to split up this database into 3 different schema. So HR schema, I'm going to make it like a source. Okay, this Oracle to Oracle, I will tell you today. And later we will see other databases also, like core schema. So that we are moving from HR to core. Say for an example, here I have some tables in the IICS, sorry, in the database. HR schema, you have some tables, right? So you have some employees table. You can have any other databases also. You can take data from HR, from Oracle database, and you can move on to any other databases also that we can do. And so this is our HR database. And here we are bringing the IICS and we are going to load it into the core schema. So I have already created one tables here, T underscore employees I have created. So please install this Informatica, sorry, any one databases like either 11G or 21C. 11G, as I told, this HR schema already is coming up with 11G, and 21C, you have to import this HR schema. That also I have already explained. So how to import HR schema and how to create a core schema. Say for an example, so you have only 11G. You do not have core schema. So how can I create a core schema if you're asking? So that means core user. So one more user I'm going to create. In Oracle database, this is called user schema. HR user is one user schema. Core is another user schema. Even if you have any other databases like Teradata or SQL Server or MySQL, use employees table from Oracle as source and use this as a target. Okay, so you can use this as a target now. So what is your target? This SQL Server. So that SQL Server, we have to create a connection or MySQL. So that we have to create, that I will tell you. So how to create the connections. Okay. So here I have the tables, employees table. Listen here. I have the employees table in the HR schema. So have you all installed HR schema? I have the tables, employees. So employees here. So select star from employees. Okay. So if you are finding any difficulties, please ping me. I will guide you. So please install this. So this is what the database we have. I will go to the another schema called core. Sorry. If you do not have core schema, okay. If you do not have core schema, you can go to admin. Just whatever the password you have used, that password you just use it and go to admin. You can mention that create username identified by password If you want, you can, if you want to create any other user, yes, any other user schema, you can create it. And you can provide grant, connect, comma, or DBA2, or any resource, DBA2, or just execute this, but these two lines, and it will create one users, and you can establish the connection by using that. So this and all I have already explained in the Oracle installation itself, Oracle 11G or 21C installation itself, core schema I have explained. So here you can go to the core and you can see here, I have already created the table. I have already created this table, but if you do not have this table, if you do not have this T underscore employees table, say for an example, I will drop the table. Okay. So drop table, table name. So as of now, I do not have any tables in the core schema. I do not have T underscore employees table. I do not have. So what I'm going to do, this table I'm going to create in the core schema. Okay, how can I create it? In order to load the data, I have to create table, table name like this. I have to create, right? Open bracket, all the columns, close bracket, like this you have to create. But instead of creating like this, I will go to admin schema, same like employees table. This table I am going to create without data. Okay, create table core.t underscore employees as select star from HR.employees. Why? Because we have to mention the schema name dot table name. You are in another schema. You are in admin schema. You have to use this way. Where 1 equal to 2 means it will not fetch any data. So this and all I have already explained in the select statement of SQL statement. If you haven't watched, please watch my SQL day 3 or day 4 session. You will get clear idea on this. Okay. So just if you execute, so you are getting that HR.employees table without any data. So with that, I'm going to create it. See here, the table has been created at the core schema. So you can go and check here, table we have. So through IICS, we are going to load the data. So this is database to database, RDBMS to RDBMS, but we are taking IICS here. Okay, clear? RDBMS to RBMS, cloud, flat files and everything we will see later. So first we will do it now. So I will go here. Listen here, this is what you need to, in real time also you need to do. And the connections. So create a new connections. Just to go to the new connections here, top right side corner. If it is not showing, just to zoom out. Okay, zoom out, zoom in. So you'll be able to see this. So connection name, I'm going to make it, the connection name is Oracle underscore SRC. So that's what for HR schema. So what is the type? It's Oracle database. So based on the type, it will give you the list of options to solve. So runtime environment, two environments are there. The connection information, all this I'm going to store it in local environment, store it in local. And Oracle subtype is Oracle on premises. Yes, right. Oracle we have. So, and I'm going to have this username is HR and password is HR and host name is local host. Always port number is 1521 and exit. See, if you are using 21C, if you are using 21C, the host name will be local host, port number will be 1521, but this one is XCPDB. Okay, so XCP DB1, right? So pluggable database. So Express Edition and this one. What does mean by runtime environment? So runtime environment is our secured agent. Okay. Secured agent. So this is what our runtime environment. Okay. Cloud secured agent, right? This is our runtime environment. So our local runtime environment. And code page, you can select code page is UTF-8. So this code page only is used to read some Unicode characters. Okay, normally it will be ASCII, but if you have any like characters with special characters and everything, your source is having that, I have to read it. Then I have to go with code pages UTF-8. So based on the code page, you have to select. So you have Japanese character, or any other characters, right? So you have to choose that particular code page here. So normally you'll choose UTF-8. So that's it. You can test the connection. Okay, so it's showing that connection is refused. We will see why it, sorry. So here I have used service name is XCPDB1, right? That's why. See, I have installed 11G in my system, right? That I have to use XC. See, if you have used 21C, that you have to use this one. So you may get this kind of error. And yeah, you have to, yes, correct. You have to make sure that this is the one. The connection, if you are using correctly, if it is connecting here, yes, same connection you have to provide here also. Okay, so save it. Then this will be saved permanently in the how we have taken the connection name. Connection name, you can give any name. Okay, as per uh, your your wish, you can give the connection name. And I will go to the one more connection for the target one. I will create one more connection. See, this connection name has been stored here. I'll go to one more connection here. This one I will code page is for depend on the characters, not for the database. Whatever the data we have, right? So that one. So Oracle underscore TGT also is the sorry, our target also is the Oracle database. Just you can give the connection name is your choice. Description if you want to give, you can give. Type is Oracle. So runtime environment is your local runtime environment. That's what we are running, right? So runtime environment, and your username will be your core user, and password will be the core, and host will be local host 1521 XE. Code page is UTF-8. So if you have any specific code page, yes, you can provide the specific code page. So that you can provide here, then you can test it. So target also on premises. Yes, because see here we are giving on premises server only, right? So both are on premises on that Oracle database. So this database on the HR schema, this table on the HR schema, this table on the core schema, just we are moving from here to here. You may ask question, this can be done by Informatica Power Center also, right? Yes, it can be done. No issues. But IICS will do with on the cloud also. That we will see later. But we will see one test connection, right? So that's what we will see. So based on what we choose the code page. So based on the data, you have to choose code page. If it is Chinese character, you have to choose Chinese code page. Japanese character, yes, you have to choose Japanese character, right? The code page I will explain later. Okay, why? Because if I'm going to give some characters, Chinese character or any other characters, how to read the Chinese character and load the data to target. So that we will see the code page. After some time, I'll explain. Okay, you remind me while taking flat file. So that time I will take one different characters and we will try to load it. Okay. So click on OK here and both connection will be created here. Clear? Any questions on this? You can see this. With this connection string only, it will be able to connect. Any questions? We just created only two connections. So one is for Oracle source, one is for Oracle target. This connection will point to this particular Oracle database, this particular schema. Second connection will point to this particular schema. Clear? Okay, we are going to read the data from employees table to T underscore employees table. So both are on premises only. So cloud we will see later. Okay. We have created connections. If you want to create any other connections, you can create here. Okay. So once the connection has been created, go to data integration service. We'll do one test mapping. Okay. Go to data integration service. And here, so both services should be running. Okay. Should be up and running. If it is not running, then definitely you cannot able to run this. See what I will do. I'll go to this particular link and I will stop that process server. I do not want the process server, right? I can stop it. So I can stop this process server, otherwise I cannot run it. Stop. And if you have stopped, it's up and running. So this one we have seen yesterday. Now you go to data integration. I will show you how to create a mapping, but tomorrow I will explain this data integration tool in detail. Okay, is that fine? This data today I will explain one mapping. Go to new, you will have a lot of assets. This assets I will explain tomorrow, but go to mapping. Okay, mapping, and see the mapping here. So first stage is we have to create a mapping similar to our center. What is mapping? So this is our source. This is our target. In between, we'll be having a mapping logic. So transformation logic that we have to do. So this is called mapping, right? Pipeline. This is called pipeline and mapping. So this one we have to do. So this is our source, target, and in between we'll have the transformation logics. Okay, transformation logic. This is called mapping. So you have to create a mapping here. Create just a mapping. So initially the mapping will be invalid, mapping one. So in the below you can choose M underscore. So you can go for M underscore test mapping or M underscore employees data. So I'm just loading employees data here, right? So mapping name always should start with small m underscore. So locations, all this I will explain tomorrow. Okay, so just I will create one test mapping today, and then tomorrow I will explain detail. Just to give the mapping name, and you see all the transformations here. So one by one I will explain tomorrow this concept. But here you have the source. Click on the source, go to maximize, go to source here, choose the connection. Which connection I have to choose here? Source. I can choose this connection. So select here single object only, right? Yes, single object only. So which object I have to select here? Which object I have to select? I have to select the employees table. Yes. Can I select views? Yes. If you want to read the data from views, so that also can select. So you'll be having a views also, right? If you want to take, yes, you can take. So I have just taken the employees table only. But we will go all the concept one by one. But I have taken employees table on the source. Say for example, if you haven't created any connections, so that connection you can create in the new connection also. Okay, so before that you have something like target is Teradata, target is SQL Server. You haven't created the connection. You can create here. The other options I will tell you one by one. Okay, then you can see the field. You can see all the fields and all the data type, all the precision and everything. If you want to change anything, you can go to the options, edit metadata. Then if you want to change it here, you can change it here. Okay, so that's what if you want to change it, but we are not going to change anything. You can go to the source here. And the source we will have a lot of other options. We will see one by one later, but just we have taken the source here. And we'll be seeing this in between. This is called the pipeline. So in Informatica Power Center, you'll be having each and every column will have one pipeline, right? But here all these are single pipeline only. Select target, maximize it on the right hand side here. Maximize it, target here, and which connection I have to choose? Oracle underscore TGT connections. And which object I have to select? Which object I have to select? T underscore employees. See, if you have many tables, you can select it here also. You can search it here also, right? If you are making T underscore employees, so that table you'll be getting it. Click on OK. So you want to do the insert operation? Yes. We do have other operations in insert, upsert, delete and update, all this operation data driven. So that we will see later, but leave it as it is. You want to load the data, truncate and load. Yes, before loading the data, you want to do the truncate and load. So that we can mention truncate and load here. You can use it here. Then target field. Go to target field. You can see all the target field here, right? And yeah, if you want to check the column names again, you can check it here. And you can go to the field mapping. See, normally in Informatica Power Center, we will drag and drop the mapping, right? But here you have to do field mapping. Go to field mapping. See, if you want to give each and everything, you can give like this one by one, or you can go for auto map, smart map. So automatically based on the column name, it will be mapped. If you want to clear it, you can go to here, clear mapping. These three dots you can provide clear mapping, and one more time you can do it. Okay. So this one you have to make sure that you are connecting with mapping. Just to save this. This is called one-to-one mapping. One-to-one mapping. So in Informatica Power Center, can you run mapping alone? Can you run mapping alone in Informatica Power Center? Is it possible to run mapping alone? In order to run the mapping, you need to create a session. You need to create a workflow, right? But in IICS, since it is a web-based cloud tool, the connections already created. So no need to create a task. Okay, that is session. No need to create. Mapping also you can run it. The task you can create that I will explain tomorrow, but mapping alone you can run it. See here, before running, I will show you target. I do not have any data, but I'm going to run it. So one thing you have to make sure that very first time, the runtime environment. See, many of you will do mistake here. So please make sure that you are selecting your local runtime environment. Okay. So everyone, please make sure that you are selecting local runtime environment. Otherwise, your mapping will get failed. So run it. Go to my jobs. So even you can select my jobs here, and you are seeing the starting, right? You can refresh it here. So it is showing like running, right? Yes, it is running. So success. So how many rows? Right from the source in my system, 106 records has been right. So you can click on this blue color link. You can go inside. You can see 106 records, 106 records, and all the records has been loaded into the target table. And if you want to see the logs, you can download the session log. Okay, just to download the session log, it will get downloaded in your local. And from here, you can see so how this mapping is running. But session log, I will explain later. Okay. So this is what after that, if you go and check here, the data will get loaded. Clear on this? See, today I just did it one-to-one load, but going forward, we will do many things. So make sure that everyone is completing just one-to-one load. Okay, table to table load, at least for 2 to 3 tables you have to do. I got one question in real time. It should be a cloud hosting agent. Yes, correct. Okay, so cloud hosting agent and how to change the password for Oracle. Do I need to use? Yes, go to admin schema. Admin password you cannot change it, but any other password you can change it. Alter username identified by password account unlock. So just execute it identified by. Okay, just execute this in the admin schema, whatever the schema you want to rename, sorry, alter the password, it will alter. If you do not have, if you do not want to load the data from source to source for some columns, yeah. So deselecting the columns and all, I will tell you later. Okay. So why? Because today is the first session, right? So yeah, give me some time. I will explain it. Okay, it is possible. Yeah, tomorrow you ask me. I will explain it. Okay. Is code page okay? I got one more question. Okay, I think I have answered all the questions. So we have not created a session. So that's what in IICS, no need to create a session here. And mapping itself it will create. Okay. So that's a design from Informatica Corporation. Okay. So why you are seeing the session log? So that means this is a log, right? So they are keeping source to target all this. So that's a design from Informatica Corporation. It is on the cloud and everything. Can we create target by using IICS? No, we cannot create it. Like Informatica Power Center, we can create it, right? So execute SQL that we can do, but here we cannot do it. If I want to do parameterized value, where do we use? That is what. See, please give me some time. Parameter and all I will take later. Okay. So parameter concept can I take today? So shall I tell parameter? Will you able to understand? Other members will you able to understand parameter and all this today? No, right? I'll go one by one. Please give me some time. So for IICS, no need to remove antivirus software. For Informatica Power Center, you need to do antivirus software. Can we load flat files? We can do all this. Please allow me some time. We can do all this in Informatica IICS. We will do one by one. Okay. We will do one by one. I will tell you all this. So whatever needed for Informatica developer, I will do it. Need to remove antivirus. Could you please send me the, yeah, that I will send it to you. What is the yellow bulb sign? So this one, the Informatica, so based on the source and target, it will give you the suggestions. Okay. So what could be the next transformations? It will give you the suggestion. Okay. You may have expression transformation. You may have filter. You may have router on after this. So that's what it is suggesting. But since our load is one-to-one load, we do not want this. The course topic. Yes, I will send it to you. All course topic. And not able to create the connection. The connection tested failed because of the following error. Socket closed. So please test it in SQL developer. And if it is connecting, yes, definitely it will connect here. Okay. So create one more connection. So test it here. If it is connecting here in SQL developer, it should be connected in IICS also. You should not get it. Okay. I hope I have answered all your questions. And yeah, so Sheikh, I will add you in the group. Okay, no worries. I will send you our previous exercises and everything. So that I will send. Where will the mapping metadata get stored? So metadata will get stored in the Informatica cloud. Okay, got it? Metadata will be stored on the Informatica cloud, right? That is what I have explained. Metadata, configuration, all this will be stored on Informatica cloud. So that is why while running, it is running, all these are running on the cloud only, not in our local machine. Only connection it will take our local machine. It is running on the cloud. So where it is getting downloaded? So this session log from where it is getting downloaded? On the cloud only. Okay, I think you are asking some advanced questions. So folder creation, project creation, everything I will explain later tomorrow. Okay, give me some time. Tomorrow I will explain. Secured agent. Yes, secured agent is our local, but the cloud is on the Informatica server, Informatica side. Secured agent is on our local. Okay, this is our secured agent. This is on the Informatica cloud. Metadata will be stored in Informatica cloud. Secured agent we have in our machine. See here. This is our secured agent. So this secured agent is responsible for making the secured connection from our local server to Informatica server and outer endpoints. Metadata information is secured agent or cloud on the cloud. So which cloud service is behind on AWS? Is it AWS? No. So AWS, they are maintaining, right? So how here Informatica Corporation will maintain that? Informatica IICS is the ETL tool. Database connection error on source. Okay, so please watch my database connection. Please do it. Okay. In real-time project, where will be the secured agent will be installed? Yeah, see, same questions you are asking again and again. In real-time project, secured agent will be installed our on-premises server, the company server. Okay, not in our machine. In our machine, it will not be installed. The company server only it will get installed. Okay, so I'm getting delay. If you are finding any difficulties on the connection or anything, so please let me know. I will tell you how to create it. But so today's exercise is, so create 1 or 2 mappings for table to table load. So will you able to do that? Table to table load, simple 1-to-1 mapping for 1 or 2 tables. Okay, so please all of you do it. Thank you very much. We will meet tomorrow, same time, same link. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all.